Man, my kid sure eats. That's half of these bags. The other half coming out the other end. Heifer. I stuck my hand back there and he kicked me.
Yep.
219. Morning, folks. We had 3 cows that calved last night, and then one of the last 3 heifers calved. So we're down to 2 more heifers that need to calve. We're gonna do some chores, some feeding here, and then we're gonna haul 5 pairs out of the barn, bring them over to Kenny's. Get a little sloppy around here from that snow. Wasn't that perfect. I think 2 more molecules of H2O and we would have been running over. Yep. Hey, you're losing one.
Yep. You sucker. Oh my.
Glad I didn't do laundry yesterday. Would have had to do more today. It stinks and it's warm.
Oh, it smells funny.
That's me that smells. Oh. That's the calf from last video that we found with the bag on its head. It came out of it. Don't think it has brain damage. This is a new one.
Ooh, it's a beauty.
It's a bull.
958 orange bull.
Stout fella.
Yep.
Up to 11 pairs over here. We fit 35, close to 10 at home that we'll be hauling out in the next couple days. Tomorrow it's getting up to 80. We got 2-foot snowdrift right here. It's gonna be gone in a couple days. Yeah, it's getting up to like 72, 75 today. Gonna be a lot of melting. Getting sloppy. I got my mud boots on. So we're gonna head back home. We got 1, 2, maybe 4 calves we gotta tag and process.
Take something.
This is a bowl.
Okay. Huh.
So we got that calf caught. Something made me go to check the gender of that calf again as I was holding a tag for a heifer. Would you believe it had a nutsack? So now I'm headed back up, grab the rest of the stuff. We're gonna have to make a new tag and find out the sire, and got lucky again. Good right there.
Thank you. Do a blade check on the heifer before you tag it.
So with the weather warming up, we didn't really sort down those cows outside. We knew if something calved out there, it was gonna be fine. But there are some wet spots out there, so we're gonna put some bedding by the windbreaks just to entice them more to calve on the fresh bedding and try to keep them out of the low ground. In a couple days when that rye dries up, I think we're gonna move them all out there. They'll have a lot more space, a lot more dry spots. We want some of that ground to dry up a little bit more before we put them out there, because they'll just rut it up and tear it up really fast if we let them out there right now. Nothing's calving right now. Sun is way up there, shining down on us here at Sonne Farms. Drying some of this wet out. You can see the rye's greening up over there. Dad went to a cattle sale just for a little while, and I'm just looking for stuff to do. And I got one little thing I can do. We were loading out some cattle the other day, probably 2 weeks ago. On the way up into the cattle pot, cattle were getting slapped with this tree just growing in the loadout. Looks like he was cut at one point, and then he just put another branch on over here. See if I can get deeper. Here. Someone commented, "That tree's bothering me, you need to cut that." It was bothering me that day too. If it grew straight up here, it wouldn't be a bad deal, but coming through here, the cattle got to squeeze around it. Continuing to try to stay busy, even though it feels like it's nap 30. We got a toolbox over here. No, not this giant one. The one I got to fish out from the inside. And that's going to go on the front end of one of our 8Rs. Now this big boy though, that's a big thing. That's going to go on our planter. Somehow we're going to lift it up there. We're going to manhandle it up there. I'm pretty excited about the one for the planter because, you know, the acres that I've been renting, I think this is the 3rd season now. You know, they're about 20, 25 miles away by tractor. That's a long drive. So we're going to be able to fit quite a bit of stuff in there. You know, we get 1 or 2 extra gauge wheels, some Truvy openers, some closing wheels, maybe a couple extra belts, you know, a speed tube. We got enough room for a bunch of extra parts. Some of those extra parts I had just sitting in the back of, right behind the seat of the planter or the rolling tractor. They're bouncing around and hitting on the seat. These are from Lakota. My brother works there. He's been working there for, man, probably close to 10 years. Time flies. I told him I'd really like their toolbox for the planter. I don't know what's in this box. I think that's the hardware for this guy. But this one down here, that doubles as a step and a toolbox for the side of the combine. We probably won't install that anytime soon. But I'm going to fish out the smallest one, get it on top of it. It sits on the weights of the 82. It's going to be on the 8235R. We'll pull that up here in the shade. Isn't that crazy? Just a few days ago, the low was about 0 degrees. Now I'm talking about working in the shade because I'm hot. Small toolbox, comes with some dividers, the hardware. I could use Dad's big paws to help get this retainer clip on here. It's a job for a guy with big paws. So we use the existing bolt that holds the suitcase weights on here. Note that on this side it's the top bolt hole, and on the other side it's the bottom. It does not like it. Oh man. You never anticipate things are gonna be rusty. If that bolt breaks or something just strips out, we're not gonna have fun. Problem is, dirt falls down in between these weights and never has a chance to get back out. I just shot a bunch down in the hole. Can't even see the threads. I'm hoping it just leaks down on there. Oh, it's going in so much easier now that we got that lube on there. I said don't want to go either. Get enough that'll soak down through all the mud in there and get on the threads. Doing the whole loosen and then tighten and then loosen and tighten. Ugh. Easy peasy. We're golden now, folks. We got these on. Got the bolts back in. Suitcase still tight. We did it right, I think. Man, we can fit a lot of snacks in there. We got a lot of girls close to calving. I gotta imagine somebody's working on it. Otherwise, I don't know what else to do. Absolutely nothing going on around here. Man, that's gonna probably grow an inch or two tomorrow when it hits 80 degrees. Could use some moisture. We actually have moisture. Black dirt down there. As I've been up in the yard, I've been hearing a cow mooing back here, which usually isn't a good thing. Right there. I just walked up to her and said, "Surely you can find your calf." And she said, "No, I can't. And my name's not Shirley." So we're looking for calf 447. I don't know why she can't find it. been at least an hour. She's been yelling for her calf. It's right here. You hear? Your mom's lazy. She wants you to go to her. Here's what I think the deal is. You see how big and round she is? She's just so fat. She's just so fat and it's so warm. She didn't want to go out and find the calf. She wanted the calf to come to her. Now I came out and looked because I've had it before where a cow's yelling for her calf and either it's on the wrong side of the fence or maybe it's tucked away in the barn, not feeling good, laying low, and you need to give it a shot. But she's got a healthy calf and everything's all right. You're doing real good. You're gonna take it off here, you reckon?
I think, let's look at this.
Oh, directions. You gonna hold this so I can lift this? That's pretty dry. Let's get it shot back in there. This is our PTO generator. We need it when we plant, and we had owned that planter for like 2 or 3 years. We were getting some parts for something unrelated, and they said, "Have you greased and lubed your PTO generator?" And we said, "What?" And they said, "Yeah, you got to do it every year." So now we do it every other year.
That's pretty clean. When you tip it.
You reckon that's enough?
Probably.
Alright.
Yeah, that's plenty. I guess we'll
Save this tube for the next
30
30 years.
or else we'll put it in a grease gun. I definitely pulled it down. Okay, that's pot metal, so that'll crack.
Well, it should be good for another 2 years unless we take it off the table and break that connection
Honestly,
right there.
I wasn't very comfortable about planting all year last year without us lubing that, so I think I'd rather do it every year. I had visions of smoke flying, and oops, we overdid it.
I hear those aren't too cheap either.
I suppose probably more than $1. Yeah. Was that right? This plug.
This one is.
Squeeze it like you mean it.
Squeezing. Her teats are about as hairy as mine.
Okay.
Alright, you go.
These two are free. Do you have the nipple?
Yeah, I do. I'm doing horrible here.
Yep.
I'm, I don't know. We've been watching this calf all day, seeing if it was gonna get sucking better. It looked like the front right quarter of the cow was sucked, but these other ones, big and full. Look right here. He's hungry. Look over the top, you can see he doesn't have a full belly. Got him up, got him in the head gate, trying to make sure this guy knows how to suck and that the quarters, or I guess the teats, aren't blocked. Milk's able to flow through him. He's doing okay. He's definitely figuring it out better than some others we've had to help with. You just can't retire, Paul. I don't have those big meat tools that'll clear out them plugged up teats.
Maybe you should work on your finger dexterity in your off season.
I got the long slender. You don't have short ones, but they're thick.
I'm sure they started off like that, but I had to make them work I had to make them functional. You gotta make them functional.
So for homework, I guess I'll take home a fake nipple and I'll just sit there and yank on it all night. He's got some width to him now, all full of milk. Worked on these two on the side really good, so he should know what to do.
28 bulls. For the love of Pete, just cross that off and put 28.
Maybe next time.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, did I do one? Oh, that's 29. Alright.
Math is hard.
Yes, sir. Heifer. 20.
33.
30. 3.
61.
Dang. You know, I was thinking we'd have more calves throughout the day. Well, we didn't have a single one throughout the day, just a few in the morning. Kind of bums me out on this nice warm day. But we found some other ways to keep busy. Other than that, we'll just keep calving. Thanks for watching, folks. Love to see you next time. Have a good one.
We just received a bottle of Bullet Bourbon from our friends Russ and Janet for after we hit that 100th clave. But I'm kind of tempted. Cole, can you hand me one of them nipples off them nurse bottles? I think I'll have me a wee nip right now.